Hi guys, this is F2P. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about how you can prepare for God mode of Whitetail. And without further ado, let's get started. But first, disclaimer: this is my team, and I am not able to tell which team is the best as of now because there are a lot of variations. Like for example, your mana board, everyone progresses differently unless you max all of them. Even leveling, you might not be in the max level, and or even your armaments might not even be maxed. So there are a lot of things going on. So it's not just possible to really pinpoint. But I will tell you like what armaments to use and which units to use that can best utilize it, right? So there are a few goals here. So first, I will talk about who your main DPS should be. You definitely, secondly, a healer. You definitely need a healer. And thirdly, if you can, put 2 float units. And lastly, we are going to talk about skill gauges, right? Units that increase skill gauges. This is the unit. This is the team that I will be using. Because I think this will dish out a lot of damage. I can only confirm. I might even need to tweak it. I can only confirm once I have when it's actually released and I tested it, right? So, but this is what I will be using right now. So a lot of people might be asking like, oh, don't have this unit, I don't have that unit. So I think I'll just come up with more like a universal universal build. I mean, not build, but like a guidance, right? So here it is, more free to play friendly. So first thing you need is the if you have Sushi is a 4-star, so hopefully you have him. If you can also use Celti as a leader. Now the reason is being you want to have a really heavy hitter, and we all know how Sushi can hit, right? And if you don't have Vyron, you can even or a melted. Okay, I'm gonna talk from left to right. If you don't have melted, that's fine. You can replace it with Death Sword, right? It will give you, although it doesn't look like a sword, but you know, that's what it is. So you can use this weapon instead and use Murakumo, right? It will work really just as good. I mean, not just as good, but alternatives, right? And secondly, for your second and third slot, I would say that if you don't have, now put 2 float units. Now, when I say float units, what are the best ones that you can use right now? Well, actually kind of like the only ones. The first is definitely phiria and shywe. These two can be used if you have both of these. Wow, they will be performing so well, trust me. So these, because like phiria can heal, she also works as healer, she can float. Shywe can deal damage, you know, and provide a lot of buff, levitate longer. So that's what it is, right? But what if you don't have them? What are the alternatives, right? So here I can give you like owlbert. Owlbert is a 2-star that anyone can farm for, right? There's no reason why you shouldn't use owl. So you can use owl as well, but when you use owl, make sure that he's in the second slot. I mean, like a sub slot instead of the main slot, because he doesn't even have his main ability, right? So if you put him as a main, you won't get any other benefits, literally. So you want to make sure that you have 2 floats, at least 2 float units, so you can keep floating, because you can have a longer float and maybe a different skill gauge, so that they can, it's hard to gauge actually, so I'll talk about a little bit about it later. So you want to have 2 float units, and then other than owlbert, you can also use aurore, right? Okay, aurore is a good 4-star as well that gives float, and he can deal damage as well. So okay. Okay. So yeah, aurore is a good alternative as well. So if you have any spare that you want to put, and then another one that is, but you want to make sure that all of your main units are win units, because otherwise they kind of die really quickly. So because a whitetail really hits hard, the god mode. So another alternative that you can use is kind of like hidden, is rain. Rain gives a penetration and float as well, so he is a really good alternative as well. So there is that. And next, so we're done with the main DPS. We are done with the floaters, and now let's talk about healers. Bring at least 1 healer to the team, so that you can at least survive. Now you can bring 2 as well if you want, but I would say Phiria is obviously the best choice. Second being Miguel. If you have Miguel, you can put even Miguel and Phiria together. They work really well together as well. So you can also do Arisa if you don't have any of those. I think these are the really good healers that you can use, and Arisa can really dish out the combos as well. So it will help you in generating combos. So see, okay, she can hit a lot of combos as well. So she can help you, right? But so these are like the orders that, you know, orders of units that I felt is really good. And last but not least, we are going to talk about skill gauge. Now, this book is always the best to use. If you want to, like the second one, if you want to, you want some faster skill cycles, you can even use this, but I'm not going to. I guess I want to levitate longer, so I'll use this instead. So, skill gauge, right? What happens if you don't have kohane? Literally, the next best thing is Shasuzu. You can even use Shasuzu, actually, like even in Boleta's place here. So, you know, that really is playing around. I really can't say which one is better because your goal when you play that mode is first you want to survive and you want to make sure that you can hit the change with your co-op members properly. And thirdly, you want to make sure that you hit the soft spots as well, so you know, to make sure that the boss don't use all the skills on you. So yeah, that's about it. And remember, if you can't do it now, there's no pressure because the god mode is there for a long time. I mean, permanently actually. So yeah, don't stress yourself over it. I will make a video on it, like you know, on how to fight it, you know, like how to thrive in it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, like, comment, and subscribe if you like. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.